Hey folks, welcome back. I have your latest home prices and insights for the City of Toronto for week ending June the 8th, 2022. There's a lot going on in real estate right now, and this is a very interesting time that we're in. It's like walking through the funny house and the floor is moving underneath you and you're not sure how to take the next step. This is what I'm experiencing as a realtor, either personally with clients or in the industry in general, talking with colleagues and what they're experiencing. Here's what's happening out here. There's so many things happening at the same time. There's sellers that are on the market right now that previously bought. And by previously bought, they bought at the peak or thereabouts. So they bought higher than where prices are now. And when they bought, they made plans that their home was going to sell for a certain amount of money. And that's not happening, that sale part. That sale part is actually either they're selling less than what they wanted or they're having trouble selling. And it's very, very stressful for them. It's very stressful for everybody else involved. It's stressful for the realtor. It's stressful for the mortgage broker that's trying to help them out. Things are not going according to plan. So that's happening. There's sellers trying to sell, and they're selling lower than what they expected to sell, or they're just in general having a hard time selling. Very scary for them because they bought already. And then there's buyers right now that were pre-approved and are looking to buy, and they're seeing prices coming down, and they're figured, they're happy that prices are coming down, but they're also torn a bit between prices going down and interest rates going up. Where's that equilibrium? Where's that spot where should we buy? Should we wait? Well, if we wait, interest rates are going to be higher. They're locked in if they're pre-approved, but that also comes to an end. And for a lot of people that were pre-approved 3 months ago and 4 months ago, that's coming to an end. They're seeing prices coming down, but they know if they don't buy right now, interest rates are going up. So that's happening. There's people that bought and they're approaching their closing. But when they bought higher than where prices are now. They feel that they're all locked in with their pre-approval, their mortgage has been approved, but banks are coming in and doing appraisals a few days before closing, a week before closing, and the homes are not appraising at what people have purchased these homes for several months ago. And so the bank is reevaluating their mortgage with these clients. The bank is saying, we gave you this mortgage based on the home being valued, for example, at 1.5 million, but it's 1.4 right now, or 1.3. So we'll still give you the mortgage, but based on 1.4, that $100,000 difference, where's the buyer going to come up with this money? Most can't. Very stressful. This is what's happening right now. Now, this will change later once we kind of know where interest rates are going to be. This could be months from now. I'm not talking everything's going to change next week. Once we know where interest rates are going to be, and sellers that are coming onto the market are selling first and not buying first, so they're selling first and they're able to kind of know what prices have been selling around them and market has stabled out, that'll change and people start making decisions with more confidence. But right now, it's very, very unstable, very, very stressful. And for those, I just want to mention, for those people in the comments to on my channel that are like, yeah, let these people go bankrupt and serves them right for buying when the market is high. Look, I got to say, some of these people, most of these buyers that you're saying, yeah, go bankrupt, they're just regular families trying to improve, regular families needing a bigger place. They're not all, rich fat cats trying to take advantage. They're just trying to buy a house, bigger house than what they have, trying to do something better for their family. and now they're stuck and they're caught and financially could be in serious trouble. So it's not always about the fat cat. They're just, most of these people buying and selling are just regular people. That's what's happening out there. More than ever now, you really need a realtor helping you to navigate this, and the realtor needs to work in conjunction with a mortgage broker, because the mortgage broker needs to come up with solutions that maybe wasn't part of the original plan, but because of things shifting in the market, the mortgage broker's job and their role so vital right now. If you think this video can help somebody you know, please pass it along. Let's get into the numbers. If you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. Below this video, in the description, there's a link to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you. This way, I'll know ahead of time. I'll make sure that I'm available to speak with you about whatever's on your mind. You know, I want to give a shout out to someone. Every now and then you meet somebody that makes an impression on you. Well, Father's Day is coming up on the weekend, and my kids got for me car detailing. Now, my car is like my office so many times. It's my lunchroom, it's my office, and sometimes it gets dirty. I'm not going to lie. I try to keep it clean, but, you know, I'm working at my home office, and my son says, "Dad, we got for you a car detailing." And while I'm working, doing what I do every day, in the driveway, this guy shows up. His name is David, starts detailing my car. Not only did he do such a fantastic job detailing, it was convenient, it's a new business, and he had such a great attitude that I'm mentioning him here. His contact details are below. Makes a great gift. You could reach him below. David, car detailing. Take advantage of that service. And if you're looking to purchase a great condo, this is by Royal York and Dundas. It's a one-bedroom with a big den, corner unit. The building is a new building, Kingsway by the river it's called. Check out the video at the end of this video. Let's get into the numbers. There's so much going on. I have here Toronto, City of Toronto only, broken down by week for a whole year. Sales for detached properties dropped from the previous week. We sold 165 detached properties. 49 of those were at $2 million or more. Those dropped from the previous week, and average sold price came down to $1,845,000. Now, average price coming down is the general theme in our real estate market right now. And you know, home prices are in trouble. We see that headline everywhere. And by trouble, well, it's all relatively speaking, of course. There's some people that'll see that and say, "Oh, that's terrible," and other people that'll see that and get all excited that prices are kind of coming down and now's their opportunity to get into the market. So by trouble, the price itself are coming down, but it might not necessarily be bad news for you. It could be good news, depends on what you're looking to do in the real estate field. Average sold prices, though, are coming down. $1,845,000 for Toronto detached properties. $1,845,000 is 4% higher than what it was a year ago at the same time. Now, last year at this time, we sold 71 properties in this week at $2 million or more. This year, we sold 49. Big difference between 49 and 71. I'm surprised that average sold price with that difference is still higher than what it was a year ago. It's 4% higher. Median price is 9% higher than what it was a year ago. Median price now is sitting at $1,465,000. 3 months ago, it was $1,620,000. So it's come down quite a bit just in the span of 3 months. Of the 165 that did sell, 51% sold at list price or more. So half are selling at list price or more. And some people have commented saying, well, why even look at sold at list price or more? Well, look, like all data, there's no perfect number. So selling at list price or more, it is a flawed data set. But it does give me some information. 3 months ago, we were selling 80s and 90s actually at list price or more. Now we're at 51% at list price or more. It speaks to the intensity of the market. It speaks to the confidence of sellers putting, a low price, knowing they're going to get a ton of buyers and selling. And it speaks to the demand that buyers are prepared to outbid each other. Not so much anymore, though. So it kind of gives you a certain metric about what's happening what's happening in the market. It's not a perfect data sense, but it does give me some information that I wouldn't get otherwise. Year-to-date sales were 26% less sales this year than what we were selling last year. Again, this is just City of Toronto for detached properties. Listings are down from the previous week. They're down from the previous year. We listed 393 detached properties last week. Year to date, that's 11% less listings this year than last year. And months of inventory is up from the previous week. It's now sitting at 2.1 months of inventory. Looking at Toronto broken down into 3 sections, west, central, and east, and you could see the difference in average sold price. For central, average sold price has come down. It's sitting at $2,705,000. For West Toronto, $1,656,000, huge difference. And for East Toronto, $1,363,000, big difference in average sold prices. A quick summary here for West Toronto, 49% sold at list price or more. Average sold price is 14% higher than last year. Median price is 19% higher than last year. And months of inventory came up from last week. It's now sitting at 1.7. Central Toronto, 41%, way less than half, are selling at list price or more. Average sold price is 0.4% higher than what it was a year ago, so it's almost the same. Median price is 4% lower than what it was a year ago. So big difference between Central and West. And months of inventory is now sitting at 3.1 months of inventory. Over the last few weeks, we've been in the 3 months of inventory several times now. We're really in Central Toronto getting close to officially a buyer's market, but it very much feels like a buyer's market right now. Sorry, I meant to say a balanced market, not a buyer's market, not yet. East Toronto, we're sitting at 60% selling at list price or more. Average sold price is 9% higher than what it was a year ago. Median price is 0.5% higher than what it was a year ago. And months of inventory is the lowest in East Toronto than West and Central, but it still has come up from last week. It's now sitting at 1.6 months of inventory. Average sold price did go up for East Toronto to $1,363,000. Overall, coming down, but from one week to the next, it did go up. I'm going to show a few slides I don't normally show. For semis and towns, I normally summarize the months of inventory page only, but let me show you some of the other pages here. For semis, sales went down from the previous week. We sold 54 semis in the City of Toronto, semi-detached properties. 13 of those were at $1.5 million or more. Average sold price from 1.6 has been coming down. It's now sitting at $1,318,000. $1,318,000 is 1% higher than what it was a year ago. Median price is 2% higher than what it was a year ago. Remember, I'm talking just about semis. Median price is now sitting at $1,213,000. 3 months ago, it was in the mid to high 1.4 million. So semis has come down quite a bit. Months of inventory is now sitting at 1.5 months of inventory. Let's look at townhouses. Now, we got to take these numbers for townhouses with a grain of salt, just because we sold only 10 townhouses, and these are freehold townhouses in all the city of Toronto. It's hard to believe only 10 were sold last week, and that's way down from 28 that we sold the previous week and 23 the week before that. So 10 is not a lot, and one sale here and there will really affect average sold price. Well, average sold price did go up to $1,275,000 from the previous week. $1,275,000 is 13% higher than what it was a year ago. But you know, when we look at just going back a few weeks, average sold price is sitting at 1% higher than last year, 2% higher than last year, 4% less than last year. So I don't see this 13% as really being that accurate, I got to tell you, but that's the number. Median price is 12% higher than what it was a year ago. Going back just 3 months, we were sitting on a median price of 1.4 mil. We're now at 1,235,000 for the median price. Months of inventory shot way up. Now, I don't think months of inventory for townhouses really is at 3.4, although that's what the chart shows. That's because we went from 28 sales in a week down to 10 sales in a week. Well, it's now taking that 10 sales, assuming that's the rate we're buying at now going forward. Well, it's estimating if we continue buying at only 10 a week, well, we're sitting at 3.4 months of inventory. So that I expect that to come down a bit next week, but I still expect it to be higher than where it's been over the last few weeks. Let's look at condos. We sold 221 condos last week. That's down from the previous week of 268. So we sold 221. 29 of those were at $1 million or more, which is also down from the previous week where we sold 41. Average sold price has come down. It's now sitting at $786,000. It's down from the previous week. It's down from the 850 or so, which is where kind of our peak was. So it's come down from 800, 850 to 786. It's not that much, but it has been coming down. 786 is 6% higher than where we were a year ago for average sold price. Median price is 12% higher than where we were a year ago. Median price for condos is sitting at $710,000. 3 months ago it was $750,000. So it's not come down that much, but it is coming down. When we look at 221 that were sold, 36% sold at list price or more. We used to be selling in the 80s and 90% at list price or more. Last week it was 36%. That's a little over a third of condos are selling at list price or more. That means on the other 2/3, lots of room to negotiate, lots of financing conditions, lots of home inspection condition, even on condos from time to time. So it's a whole different market than what it was just a few months ago. Year-to-date sales were 23% lower this year in sales versus year-to-date last year. 721 were listed. We're 2% less listings this year, year-to-date, than last year. Active listings is over 3,000 now, and months of inventory is sitting at 3.2 months of inventory. Here's a quick summary of all the months of inventory. They've all gone up as months of inventory go up, and we're getting very close to officially being in a balanced market with several of the groups that we're looking at here. But in many areas and in many price point, it's going to very much feel like we're in a balanced market, and even in some situations it's going to feel like we're in a buyer's market. Actually, it really depends on price point, neighborhood. There are situations still where buyers are tripping over themselves for that one house that's, you know, got all these special qualities. But overall, hey, there's room to negotiate. And like I said at the beginning of this video, the market is very unstable right now. There's a lot of things happening from all different angles. Your realtor Who you hire matters. Your realtor can really make the difference and help you navigate this. And the mortgage broker's job these days is way more important than what it was before. Thanks for watching. Hope this information is helpful. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye. Here's your chance to live in the heart of the Kingsway. Welcome to Kingsway by the River Condos. It's a newly built building. This is a 1-bedroom with a den, a large den. This is a corner unit, and it comes with this massive wraparound balcony. Let me show it to you.